Okay, welcome. Good morning. Happy Salah to our viewers in Nigeria and the diaspora. Welcome to another news at the bystand with news in Nigeria. And this morning we'll be talking about the Salah celebration, the complaints on how the prices of food commodities are surged, how people coped, how enjoyable was the Salah yesterday, and more importantly, we'll talk about, I mean, the sharing of gifts and handouts by the presidency. We've seen how the local government chairman shared a lot of rams, but the common man cannot go to the market now and afford a ram because a ram costs nothing less than 800 to 1.5 million, almost the price of Corolla some years back. So people would rather save up to buy a Corolla. Perhaps this is the reason why I didn't get a lot of meat to eat yesterday. I don't know, Mr. Amachi. I mean, like, was your Salah yesterday, was it enjoyable? Did you eat a lot of meat?
I'm a Christian by faith,
Yes.
so you don't expect me to start.
I mean, you have Muslims as friends, you are supposed to join them. So,
No, as a person,
oh, okay.
I don't do that. But the question I asked yesterday was, if you value that meat, I mean a ram now, perhaps you quantify based on that price of say 800,000, 900,000, as the case may be.
Yeah.
You take it to the slaughter, butcher it. Are we saying financially it can give that amount if they were to sell the meat? So what I'm trying to say in essence is, I think the price of ram artificially skyrocketed. I don't think the value of ram was what it was being sold for me. So I think the attitude of Nigerian business people calls for question here.
You don't think this is unconnected with the high of the foreign exchange? Because, yes, this is not the first celebration, and we've always seen the price of rams, I mean, because of high demand, go up. But it has never gone to this new level. You know, 1 million for a ram, 1.6 million for a ram.
The only thing you can attribute is demand and supply. But I don't think that is what actually played out. Because let us look at immediately after this celebration, the level it will crash. Because to be quite honest with you, the past two Kara, is it Kara they call that area where you see, even as you speak, you see ram that runs into thousands, meaning it was not in short supply. So I think perhaps the attitude of business people in Nigeria, they may have taken advantage of the situation to jack up the price because it's obstacle, it's a one-off thing. Knowing
You are blaming the people.
Knowing that they might not start seeing that patronage continually. So since it's a one-off thing, they want to leverage on it to make as much money as they could. I think they have achieved their aim. But generally speaking, there are speculation out there that particularly in Lagos State, that there was what I would call a reign of ram. That unlike in the previous Salah, the ram was almost everywhere. And people are speculating that it may not be unconnected with gesture from maybe different levels of government to the people. But one begin to wonder if after celebrating and eating and dining, would you have what it takes to continue that lifestyle, or it ends on Salah day? So it's actually a question.
There are news that people were applaud in front of the body law. That's the residence.
No, it's not unexpected.
People were there, and
No, it's not
Tinubu
unexpected.
was giving people handouts.
It's not unexpected.
Is this a government of handouts? Because people have been calling for infrastructure, basic amenities, but all of a sudden we are seeing him giving out handouts to people, probably a cup of rice. I mean, for how long are we going to continue this?
No, what I'm saying in essence is, considering the level of poverty in Nigeria, the nature of Nigerian society, is not unexpected. With or without whether the president is performing in this type of celebration, people must go there and they'll be willing and ready to receive from him. So I don't think that is the major issue. The major issue is that even if giving is not a crime, biblically and in our contemporary society. So if Mr. President have done what he ought to do, because even there is no how you eradicate poverty from the surface of the earth. Even Jesus Christ told people in his time that you always have the poor among you. So I think that is not to say that the government should not do what they ought to do. They haven't done what they should do, and in a period of celebration like this, people comes around the vicinity of Mr. President and he decides to give out to one or two gestures to them. I don't think it's out of place. But our problem is that the government have not done the right thing. When I mean the right thing, and looking at the policies of the government, particularly how they are addressing the fallout of the policies. Because whether we like it or not, just like as the presidency have said the other time, that Obi promised subsidy removal on gasoline, I think we promised the same thing, that they don't know what an Obi would have done differently. That is where the problem is. Now you are saying you don't know what an Obi would have done differently. Since Obi would have removed subsidy, I think we would have removed subsidy. But what are you doing after subsidy removal is the issue. Because definitely the government have agreed that the subsidy removal on gasoline and the indication of efforts at the official window is causing hardship. Now the intervention you are coming in with, your policies afterward, is what is not helping issues. I have a situation where government have promised more than 5 different things immediately after the removal of subsidy on gasoline, but up to now they are still tarrying.
Can you remind us of those things, those promises?
For instance, the issue of giving 50,000 each to a good number of nano business owners. We have another promise of giving 500,000 and 1 million each to a good number of small and medium scale enterprises. And this, of course, would have galvanized economic activities and boost our GDP. We probably have a situation where they promise to give 1 billion each to about 75 companies. And if they have done that, of course, those companies will expand, will increase their capacity to absorb more people from the labor force, and that would have taken more people out of joblessness. They equally promise to roll out vehicles that run on CNG. We have a situation where after more than 7 months, if not a year, these promises were made. Labour is still engaging government, reminding them, compelling them, forcing them to even meet up with their promises. Not that somebody is even making a demand of them. A promise you've made to deliver to the people, somebody is now trying to use pressure on you to fulfill it. So for me, I think it shows that the government, for me, is not serious.
Finally, the president said he urges and asks Nigerian people to sacrifice more. I mean, in the spirit of Salah, Nigerians should sacrifice for their country, be more patriotic, and be patient. That this hardship is just for a period of time.
Mr. Ani, I must tell you that
we trust him?
The president should lead by example. To lead by example is simple. We will see a president that is buying yash, even if the government later denied that it was not meant for the presidency. There's no way I can accept from such person that there is need to sacrifice. You see a government that still move around, living government personnel, living flamboyant life. I understand that at the point they cut down the aids and perhaps the number of vehicles that should follow government officials when they go on public issues. And at the point, I think there was the one that has to do with stopping government personnel from spending government money when they go for some level of engagement. But we need more, if I must tell you.
It is said that the president will acquire a new jet.
If it is for safety and the one we have is old, I don't think it's out of place because safety is paramount.
Must the president?
No, what I'm saying is, I don't think it's out of place for the president to own a jet. It is Nigerian jet. He's not taking it home. But what I do not like is misappropriation of funds.
Okay. Thank you very much for that brilliant submission. Yes, this morning I have with me Mr. Rafin Bechi. If you are just joining us, kindly like and share and subscribe to the channel. Wherever you are, it helps our channel to grow even more. Yes, Mr. Raf.
Yes.
Yesterday, I'm good. Yesterday, the president was giving out food to people there in Bodilon. And afterwards, he told them that they should be more patient, that the hardship will soon be over. Should we trust him?
No, we shouldn't. He's not a selfless man. Tinubu is not portraying himself, as a selfless man. He's full of deceitful promises over time and over time. And even during his campaign, he was, seen as a man that could not even tell you what he wants to do for you. So anything, be patient, time with time. Be patient with time. Salaries, ministers in millions, salaries, lawmakers in millions, salaries, all the presidential subordinates in millions, salaries, all the convoys, the drivers, all the assistants working within the umbrella of the presidency, office of the presidency, their salaries in millions. We're exercising patience. They are cutting away our money. Okay, if you are a president, you think about the people's welfare first. That is how a president should be. That was how Traore Ibrahim of Burkina Faso is giving out dividend of democracy. And to my greatest surprise, he is a military head of state. But look at the Burkina Faso today. Industrial revolution is going on in Burkina Faso. It's one of the West African regions that staged a coup in the recent time. And the military head of state there is embarking on agriculture. He cuts the cost. He cuts the cost of governance in Burkina Faso and invest the money on agriculture and the small scale industries. Do you know what is going on in Burkina Faso now? Agriculture revolution. I thank God that you read it. So Traore is making them on the book of what? Annal of what? History. Do you know what? He has lifted Burkina Faso from Sahel country to a country where the topography is flowing with milk and honey. Burkina Faso is not among the Sahel countries again. Go and do your investigation. He has turned the lands green. Because he's a young man, he knows what the people want. This is a man that instead of allowing the Burkina babes to suffer, he works hard, he punishes himself, he punishes all his subordinates. A young man. He is in his 40s, if not 30s.
He's the youngest, 35.
Thank you so much. That 5-year-old man, boy, is in charge. 8 years away from the youngest former president, Thomas Sankara, late, blessed memory. The youths over there, they are doing good. The youths over there, they embark on politics, they embark on leadership. They know that it is only the youth that will get it right, not wretched 90s, 80-year-old, 100-year-old men that are tired. In other West African countries, look at Amadi Hijo, Paul Biya of Cameroon. I'm trying to set an example. Look at our elderly man, Tinubu, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. These people, they are too old to think well, to reason well. Because Burkina Faso president, head of state now, is feeling for the citizens of that country. That's why they chased away, they kicked away the politicians out of governance in Burkina Faso. And you can see things are picking up there. Right away, I want to show you another poor president, poorest in the world. He made it so that the citizens of that country he ruled before could live well. Let me tell you, leadership is stewardship. You know what I mean? Stewardship is an act of service, servitude. That is slavery. You serve your people. It's not about before seeing you, armed men will be, are you an enemy to the people? It means you are not delivering charismatic leadership. You are not delivering what? Competent governance to the people that elected you. Which is why I want to start my example by telling you about a man that sacrificed it all for the Uruguayans. Mojica Jose, the poorest president ever in the world. He lived inserted the greatest exemplary leadership ever any man has ever shown on earth as a leader. He cut size his $12,000. If I tell you, you will doubt it to $1,200. He said,
Wow.
why Jesus Christ? He said,
Wow.
why should I be living that big? And the Uruguayans are dying of hunger. He reduced the cost of governance in Uruguay.
But I thought our president has also cut the cost of governance here.
The latest car is still using it. Old model, I think, he's still alive. Old model Volkswagen.
No, I said I thought our president has cut the cost of governance. I mean, we saw how they are merging some agencies together back home here.
No, because the best cutting of governance, the cost of governance is reducing the salary. Bring down the salary of all these judges, radicalized judges, radicalized. Bring it from that 5 million to 250,000. Cut the sizes of the cost of the salaries of all these lawmakers from the low chamber to the upper chamber, from million to hundreds of thousands. Let me just say 350,000. Bring it low. Okay, within 1 month, Nigeria will get money.
Can he single-handedly do that?
Let me tell you, it is possible.
They will impeach him.
No. Okay, if they impeach him, the whole Nigeria will go on the streets. Okay, if they impeach anybody like that, all of us will be on the streets. We will chase them. We will tell the lawmakers that we are the engine house of Nigeria. Okay, patience, there are a level you can endure it. Time shall come when Nigerians, both old and young, must do what? Take what belongs to them by force. Because sizing the cost of governance is the issue. If we do that, Nigeria will pick up. See, invest the money you spend on SUV Toyota, which costs $250,000. Use the money. 3SUV has built a manufacturing industries. Employ the youth. Every year, within that 4 years, we will have over 2,000 industries built by the government. And you will have over how many millions of Nigerian youths employed in these industries, working day and night. So the cost of governance is it. Then again, selflessness is it. Tinubu is telling you that we should be patient. How? He is catching out. Ministers are catching out. Governors are stealing money. And you are telling us to remain patient. Why don't you have feelings for us? What about Jose Mojica of Uruguay? What about this small boy, Traore Ibrahim of Burkina Faso? What are you telling me? People are just eating their destiny at Babylon, and he's telling them to be patient. Okay, let me tell you, I will never be patient. I work hard for myself, but being patient with federal government, no, I can't do that. It is suicidal to be patient, because if you look at them, what they are doing from Akpabio to the last man, okay, let me tell you, you won't be patient. You won't like to be patient. What happened is that onye na-ezu ori zube, he ezugide ori one day, ndị na-ezu ori, it will be their day. Thieves should continue to be stealing. That's what let me translate. One day, the owners will come against you. Okay? Tinubu is telling them to be patient. It is a deceitful word. Advice. If Nigerians should be patient, cut low the sizes, the salary, cut it low. Trim it up. Bring down the salaries of all the subordinates in the office of presidency. Bring down the salaries of all the ministers, the advisors, and other subordinates. Go to the judiciary. You are paying each judges 60 million annually, meaning 60 divided by 12. You have 5 million every month. Are you listening to me? Because size, bring down this salary, trim it up, use the money, embark on agricultural revolution in Nigeria. Embark on farming. Let everybody be employed. At least tomato grow as a crop or farmland. People will be picking tomatoes. There are grapes. There are oranges. There are palm produce as well. Palm production. Just let people embark on agriculture. Look at Granite Pyramid in Kano, it has become a history. We don't know anything like that again. Though Hausa men are working, I know that still we have farmers in Oyo State, Anambra State, Akwa Ibom, and so on and so forth. Some of the states, most of the states in the southern Nigeria, they are farming there. Why shouldn't federal government have farmland of their own?
Mr. Ram,
If you see the land size of southern Kaduna alone, is 3 times bigger than Kano State.
Mr. Ram,
Oga, federal government of Nigeria should embark on farming. Tinubu's salary and the other people within the office of the presidency is yet unknown to us.
the House of Rep say that the life of the president is at risk because his jet has expired. So they are pushing for a purchase of new jet for the president.
The House of Rep,
Is it safe?
the House of Rep, they are all, I don't want to abuse anybody, not getting it right. They are all feeding fat. What? On our commonwealth.
These are the,
If the private
these are the
presidential
people that are
jet,
supposed to be representing us.
yes, the people are representing only the presidency. The people are representing only their wives and their children. The people are representing only their bank accounts. Their bank accounts are swelling up like ant hair on daily basis. Oga, let me tell you, presidential jet doesn't expire. If it expires, why do we have our aero engineers? They should go there and what? Buckle up. Nigeria does not have money now, let alone buying yacht and presidential jet. Why must we be at least giants of Africa behaving like what? Pygmies. The pygmies, the dwarfs of Congo. Even Congo is better than us. Okay? If presidential jet spoils, we have engineers, competent ones. They should go there and adjust. They should do work. They should be adjusting all this thing. I don't know what is going on with House of. Somebody is bringing up that bill now, suggestion, so that from there it will go home with billions of naira. I know Nigerians. I'm a Nigerians, the most criminally minded people in the world. I'm sorry to tell you this. Are these lawmakers? Are these people working in the judiciary? They just coin out stories. From the stories, they create a platform. From the platform, money started coming in, jumping into their various accounts, bank accounts. It is a story. Presidential jet no dey expire. The jet that France lent or sold to use against the British when they Britain and Argentina were struggling for acquisition of Falk Island in 1980s. That jet was manufactured in 1974. Now, I want to shock you. Argentina is supplying those jet fighter to Ukraine, and Ukraine is using it. From 1974 to 2024 is 50 years. Yet, Argentina used those jets supplied to them by France. France manufactured that jet, 85 in number, giving Argentina, I think, 6 or 8. Argentina has lent or that, for free to Ukraine, to help Ukraine. Ukraine is using it. Presidential jet expiring is a lie. They are calling out stories, at least skimming it perfectly in a way to siphon our public fund. Every suggestion like that is going towards embezzling taxpayers' money. I don't believe that story.
Yes,
It's a story.
yesterday, as people were celebrating Salah,
Yes.
over 10 persons got killed, and Peter Obi reacted that this high level of insecurity is becoming unacceptable. And don't forget, a man was kidnapped in Lagos State, and they have demanded for 1.5 billion as ransom.
Yeah. Jesus Christ is the Lord. Let me tell you, gunmen, bandits, terrorists in the north went berserk. Yesterday, while people were, celebrating Salah, gunmen were killing terrorists in the north. We are killing, and we saw it on breaking news. Then in Lagos State, I was aware that I read on breaking news that Lebanese Lebanese and some of their workers were kidnapped within this Salah period in Lagos here. Then the man that was kidnapped, I think I read it.
Yes, it's the MD of Fuani.
Fuani. He's a white man. Oh, thank you so much. And some Lebanese were kidnapped and they are demanding money. I'm aware of that news. Let me tell you, nobody is secured in Nigeria.
I would say Lagos is not safe again.
Lagos is not safe. I have seen a terrorist with my eyes riding Okada I have a story here to coin out of this. One guy, a man from Benin, boarded Okada. It happened that issue of fare to pay, to be paid, becomes so, an object of controversy. The controversy deteriorated to the level of the Hausa Okada rider said that no Okada should carry that guy. At Ajayi Junction there. I was there. On getting closer, he was our friend. He's part of this parliament, street parliament. The guy is a street parliamentarian. I approached him. He said, "No, leave me, Ojuku, let me beat, let me kill." I said, "No, you won't kill." What happened? He told me his own side of story. I went to the Hausa man. This man started shouting at me, threatening the guy in my presence, threatening everybody, threatening any oncoming Okada that was about carrying the guy. Since he said he would not carry the guy, other Okadas that were interested to carry the guy came. This guy said, "Na lie." He said, "Lie, they no go carry you, provided they didn't lay here." I say, "Where are you from?" He says, "From north." I say, "You in Lagos State." Another person brings stone, the other one bring wood. I say, "No, it's not. It could not amount to that." Oga, what is your problem? He said something that was so irrelevant. Ordinary argument between you and your client could not spring up to a bloody, crisis like this. The guy said he was campaigning on the road and no Okada, and you know that the Okada people are houses, all of them. Okada guy, he changed the mind of all the houses. The whole house of Okada refused to carry this guy, and this guy is from Benin. Oga, we check him, the way he dressed, everything. Everybody were pointing hand towards terrorism. Oga, kidnappers that are kidnapping in Lagos, check them well. The bandits are here kidnapping. They are among these houses. The most of them are sleeping on the outside people's store. That's stands, business stands. Most of them are sleeping at uncompleted building. That's where they stay. Nobody has landlord out of them. None of them is renting house. They are here. Why should Lagos State government allow miscreants, hoodlums, that you don't know their identity, you don't know their address, you don't know their origin? If you meet or confront any one of them, they will say, "We are from Burkina Faso, Niger." How could you track down a Burkina babe or a Nigerian if committed any crime in Lagos State? Okay, they are here. Their reactions. January, let me tell you a story. At Tamak here, from back, they use big machetes, stab this guy, Yoruba guy, Baba, to death. We saw it here. They dragged the dead body to Riaji there. Who did it? You want to tell me that police knew them? Can police investigation or investigators track down the culprit? And they were the Hausa boys. They had issue with Yoruba guys inside Tamak there. After the argument, they struck around 2 a.m., killing one of the key actor of that argument. Within that argument, they killed the guy. Then nobody knows about the matter today. Are you listening to me? The terrorists are here. See what happened at Okera the other day. A bike on a high speed hit a Baba again. A Baba. This Baba died at Aboba Street. That night, this Baba the Okada man could not stop. They chased him. They lost his traces. They could not track him down. What happened the next day was what? Bloody revolt around Oba here. Bloody revolt to get the perpetrator of that crime. Nobody has been able to apprehend the perpetrator today. Are you listening to me? Nobody has been able to apprehend the perpetrator. Who are these people from Sahel land? Are they not kidnappers and terrorists? I'm telling you that if you are living in Lagos State, you should have lived in a place whereby you must contribute to the growth of Lagos State economy. But these people are living outside, living on the gutter, sleeping on the trees, on the streets, at least, and they still plying the roads constructed by this state. What are they contributing? Are they contributing to the economy? Is it not only Owoda? Can Owoda grow Lagos State economy? See, let me tell you, the state is still the cause of this insecurity in Lagos State. The state. must take the blame. I'm telling you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Raphael. Please, if you are just joining us, can you like and share? Mr. Chinedu, can you like and share our video? Please, can you like and share? Please, can you like and share and subscribe? Please, can you like and share? We have 0 like. If you are watching us, please, can you like and share? Yes, I have here with me Mr. Chinedu. Mr. Chinedu, good morning.
Good morning.
So the president has asked us to be patient with him. We should sacrifice more. And afterwards, he shared food to begging Nigerians. Is that not show of empathy by the president?
Mr. Niyi, it's quite unfortunate that we are looking at it from that angle, that is sympathy for Nigeria. But the fact is this, we should look at what the body language of the president. What do I mean by the body language of the president? What are the president policies speaking about the president itself? Does the policies we are seeing on ground, we're supposed to be the yardstick to measure what the president is trying to build around him based on exercise patience, have hope, this and that. At the end of the day, does those things portray, or does it signify that direction of please hold on for me, I am working? That is the question we're supposed to ask ourselves. Those are the things we're supposed to look at. And if those signs are not there, definitely, and nobody's going to buy into the plea bargain by the president. Nobody's going to say, okay, this is it. We are seeing it. Okay. We have seen the fuel come down to 100 naira per liter. We have seen a bag of rice running about 2,500 naira per bag. Okay, and we are seeing those, changes, coming. Then we can be able to say, okay, Mr. President, I think at this point in time, we understand the direction we are going. But if you look at it very well, does the indices point towards, a better hope for Nigerians in this administration? Definitely not. Me personally, I have not seen any sign that actually Tinubu is in the right direction to transform Nigeria economically and otherwise. If not, we would have been seeing a lot of direct effect of his administration on the streets. Forget those who are living in the high skyscrapers. They don't come out and vote. It is the street that come out to do the voting. You cannot see a big man with so much money on the street trying to come and cast his vote. It's never done. So what are those who actually stood and gave you their vote? What have they benefited? So you are telling them all is well, all is well. Can you tell a child that is hungry that all is well without trying to make provision for it? Those people you are seeing that are carrying ram up and down at the end of the day, they have direct support. How many of them? What is the percentage? In 2-3 days, that Salah will be over, and that's the end of it. You have to wait for another year to be able to have a feel of this kind of thing again. Is that what he's telling us? So it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because Tinubu has, I don't know how I'm going to put it, but Nigerians are not quite comfortable with his administration right now. Unless maybe we are going to see a kind of a turnaround in the nearest future. If we don't experience that, of course, then next election will tell on him.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chinedu, for that wonderful submission. Yes, viewers, thank you for joining us. Wherever you are, thank you. Tomorrow we'll come again. Please kindly like and share the channel. Kindly like and subscribe to our channel. We'll be ending the program for now. Bye for now.